My boyfriend's selfish ex-wife abandoned their kids, so I called Child Protection Services. When I started dating my boyfriend, I never thought the biggest obstacle would be his ex-wife, Kayla. I also didn't realize he had 2 kids with Kayla until we became exclusive. Matt and Emily are 10 and 6 respectively, and ever since I met them I knew that they had been somewhat neglected. My boyfriend travels a lot for work and has basically no time for them, while their mother travels because she's a free spirit. She rarely buys her kids anything, so I have no idea where she is finding the money. I think they have been left with babysitters for an extended period of time on countless occasions in the past, but I recognize that judging how someone parents their child is not up to me. That was until Kayla started treating me like a nanny. Once my boyfriend had the kids for the day but suddenly had to leave for a work-related emergency, so I offered to look after them for a day. We played games, baked cookies and had a really nice time hanging out. In fact, they went home and told Kayla how great I was and how much they loved spending time with me. But that was literally the worst thing they could have done. Kayla then decides that I must become their on-call babysitter and insists that I look after the kids more often, as if I don't have a life. I thought that was weird. They're not my kids or my problem, and I tried to raise this with my boyfriend, but he is always distracted by work and said he didn't understand why I was making a big deal out of it. Last week Kayla arrived at my front door without warning and told me that there was an emergency and that I had to take Matt and Emily. I was due out to see my own family, so I was pretty mad. I then saw that within 2 hours, Kayla had posted videos of her dancing on her Instagram story at a party. I felt like such an idiot, so I planned a trip over to her house the next day. I dropped off the kids, waited until they were gone and got in her face. I hissed, "Don't you ever take advantage of me again. If you dare drop off those kids unannounced again, I will call the cops and report you for child abandonment." Kayla replied, "Look, I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake and I have never abandoned my kids, so you can calm down." I marched off, and sure enough, the next week she did it again. Emily and Matt appeared at my door without any warning. I waited a few hours to see if Kayla would show up, but she didn't. I awoke the next morning to my boyfriend showing me Kayla's Instagram. She had posted about her girl's trip to Miami and expressed her gratitude for her ex-husband's new naive girlfriend for babysitting her kids. I picked up the phone, and despite my boyfriend's protests, called the Child Protection Services and turned the kids in. 2 days passed before Kyle turned up at my house, furious and demanding her kids back. She threw a huge tantrum, barged into my house and started to smash up my hallway. Thankfully I had my phone in my pocket, so I was able to film her damaging my belongings. My boyfriend came downstairs and immediately called the police, and Kayla was arrested for criminal damage. She is now losing custody of the children, and my boyfriend is angry because he doesn't have time to be a full-time parent, and resents me for calling Child Protective Services and holds me personally responsible for what happened.